Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you for continually watching these episodes. So today we're going to dwell on the topic trusting in His leading, trusting in God's leading. So I'm going to read from the book of Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 33, which says, "Who went in the way before you to search out a place for you to pitch your tent, to show you the way you should go, in the fire by night and in the cloud by day." So from this verse, we learn that God's presence goes before us in everything that we in places that we go, and God leads us to the best places. So trusting in the Lord, trusting in God's leading. So we'll continue to the book of Exodus chapter 13 verse 17. Exodus chapter 13 verse 17, which says, "Then it came to pass when Pharaoh had let the people go, that God did not lead them by the way of the land of the Philistine, although that was near. For God said, lest perhaps the people change their mind when they see war and return to Egypt." So from this verse in Exodus, we learn that God can lead us in a longer route. Oftentimes we just think maybe you've been praying, but maybe the things that you've been praying for, like you've not, God has not yet answered your prayers. But we learn that when we trust in God's leading, in as much as it takes the longer route, we'll still reach, God will still answer the prayer. In as much as the road will be long, but at the end of the day, God will still answer the prayer, and His leading is always the best. So from this verse, from like when we look at the story of the Israelites were led through a longer path, but God knows that if He leads you through this path, you'll still, this is the best path for you, and you'll still reach the destination that you're supposed to go. Maybe it's about looking for a job. You've been looking for a job for a longer time, but God is leading you. Maybe it is taking long for you to get a job because God has the best job for you. God has the best job for you. Continue trusting in God's leading. And also, the children of the Israelites were even taken to a place in Mara, where the water were bitter. The water was bitter. So sometimes we go through difficult situation and we may lose hope because there is bitterness. Maybe you're owning a business and the income, the things that the income that you're getting is so low. Even sometimes maybe the capital that you invested in it has gone really low. But let's continue trusting in the Lord, because even in those bitter moments, God made the waters in Mara to be sweet. Even in those bitter moments, God can still make things right for you. Let's continue trusting in God's leading. And also, we should also trust in the Lord's leading. Even when the Israelites came to the Red Sea, God parted the Red Sea for them. God will open doors for us when we trust in the Lord's leading. Even in those extraordinary things that we think that God will not be able to come through for us, God is a mighty God, and He'll be able to come through for us even in those circumstances when our hope is lost. Let's continue trusting in the Lord's leading. Thank you very much for watching and listening to this. Amen.